Hey guys, this is AJW and this is my 45-day progress video learning Japanese using Refold. Now, a bit of background information. I'm Indonesian. I'm fluent in 3 languages, being Indonesian, English, and Javanese. Now, Indonesian is the official language of Indonesia, and Javanese is my native language. And English I learned throughout elementary school while I was living in the US at that time. Now, why did I start learning Japanese in the first place? Well, just like any other person during the pandemic, I got bored, and so I decided to start learning a new language. Now, I actually started learning French, but that never took off. I also started learning Spanish after that, but that also never took off. And so I decided to go with Japanese because at the time I was already consuming Japanese media such as anime and manga, also listening to a bunch of Japanese songs. Now, what is Refold? If you're watching this video, there's a large chance you already know what Refold is, but in the off chance that you don't, essentially Refold is a language learning method that focuses on immersion. And what immersion is just consuming as much media as possible in your target language. Now, for me, my target language would be Japanese, so I would try to consume as much Japanese media as possible. So, what have I been doing these past 45 days? Well, for the first 5 days, I started just learning hiragana and katakana. I memorized them. I also learned how to produce them from strokes to the stroke order. Now, after that, I started using Anki. The 2 decks I'm currently using are the Core 2K 6K deck and the RRTK deck, which stands for Recognizing, Remembering the Kanji. Now, the Core 2K 6K deck is a deck which contains 2,000 kanji and 6,000 vocabulary words. The RRTK deck is a deck based off Heisek's book called Remembering the Kanji. It helps us remember kanji by essentially just telling a story for each kanji, and it does help a lot. And so alongside Anki, I've also been immersing myself, although I haven't been immersing myself as much as I wanted to. We'll get into that later. So what have I been immersing in? Well, for anime, I've been only immersing in, you could say, the slice of life, the easier anime, such as Nichijou, Haruhi Suzumiya, Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, and currently I'm watching Takagi-san, which is a really great anime. You should definitely go watch it if you haven't. Now, for podcasts, I've actually been listening to a podcast. I'll link that down in the description below. And for reading, there's this great website that writes out children's tales, folk tales, stuff like that. And it's all written in hiragana and katakana. Well, some of them do have kanji in them, but only very few of them actually have kanji in them. Most of them are only just hiragana and katakana. I'll also link that down in the description below. And for music, well, I've been obsessed with Yoasobi lately, but music isn't really a great way to immerse yourself in the language. I mean, it's still immersing technically, but it's not the best way. And for games, I haven't really been playing anything that could improve my comprehension of Japanese. So yeah, hopefully I'm not missing anything. For grammar, I've been reading Takim's Grammar Guide on iOS. Now, they also have an app on Android. I've only been reading the guide around 10 or 20 minutes a day, so just reading casually. And I've also been watching some YouTube videos on Japanese grammar, because that also helps. For Anki stats, the exciting stuff. So for the Core 2K 6K deck, I'm learning 10 new cards a day. So I'm now at 440 vocabulary words, but not all of them are mature yet. RRTK, I've been learning around 15 new cards a day. Now I'm able to recognize almost 620 kanji, but like I said, not all of them are mature yet. So For my results, now it's only been 45 days, so it hasn't really been a lot, but I do see noticeable, visible improvements. So there's this levels of comprehension thing on Refold's website. There's levels 0 through 6. Now 0 being the language just absolutely sounding gibberish, and 6 just being just like how, if you're watching this video, hopefully you're fluent in English, so it would be how we comprehend English essentially. So I would say I'm between levels 1 and 2. I say between because it also just depends on the media, what I'm looking at. So for example, Takagi-san, I would consider myself a level 2 because I'm able to, understand, I'm able to comprehend 1 or 2 words in most sentences. I'm also, it's not too uncommon for me to actually understand a whole sentence, but that's only here and there. And I'm also able to get a really vague sense of what they're talking about most of the time. Now, for anime such as something really complicated, such as Attack on Titan or Psycho Pass, it would probably be a level 1 because I wouldn't be able to understand most of it, maybe only around 1 or 2% of it still. But it's definitely an improvement over what I had a month ago. Now, for my goals. Now, I'm going to post another video at the 3-month mark, and by that time, hopefully, I'll be able to finish the RRTK deck, but also keep reviewing it just so I don't forget the kanji. I'll also continue the core 2K 6K deck, and hopefully I'll be able to reach level 3 comprehension. And what level 3 comprehension states is that I can recognize at least half of the words being used, and it's not uncommon for me to fully understand entire sentences. And I'm also able to follow along with most of the main ideas, but many smaller details are lost. And also, by 3 months, hopefully I'll start sentence mining, and also start reading harder material, and also try to immerse as much as possible. Now, these past 45 days, I haven't been able to immerse myself in Japanese a lot. It's mostly due to schoolwork. I'm also working on my thesis at the moment, so that's a bit of a hinder. But yeah, maybe stuff will get quieter, so I can just focus on immersion more. Yeah, so thanks for watching the video. Hopefully, if you liked it, give it a like. If you disliked it, you give it a dislike, just so I know what I can improve on. And if you have any questions, you can ask them in the comment section down below. And yeah, hopefully you guys have a great day. See ya.